day, Grand Rising, and to all that are hearing my voice live. I hope you are having a great day. I was just thinking about accountability and some of these panels I visit where people are in their own feelings, or they feel that they're a star on stage. They need to be sure that they are maintaining a certain amount of attention, so on and so forth. During these times, we have to be so accountable for the information that we are allowing to be out. We have to be accountable for the information that we want to be heard. Because if we don't take accountability for the information we're putting out on these panels, or accountability for the information that others absorb, then there's going to be a break in the correct frequency of truth. So a lot of times, there's like partial information, partial things. Indigenous truthers, great. Oh, you did great. I will definitely look at my emails. I'm so sorry. I apologize. I'm usually very prompt with my information and obtaining with someone else, but I actually am on vacation, darling. I've been on vacation for about 5 days. I'll be back home Tuesday. Definitely will get back to you by Wednesday if that's okay. I do apologize for the delay, and I appreciate you reaching out, darling. Thank you. Sorry if I, you know, didn't get back to you in time for something that you proposed to me, but I will check it and try and respond to that this afternoon, sweetheart. I just wanted to jump on real quick. Been briefly visiting a few panels, and yeah, I just want people to make sure that they're. Thank you, sweetheart. Yes, I'll definitely reach out to you. I have a couple of people I have to get back to. I do apologize that does seem a little unprofessional when I'm being reached out to about anything, but I had to take a little break mentally and spiritually. A lot been going on. And there was a meetup here with a lot of the community members on the conscious level that I frequently visit with panels. So we did a meetup here in California. Great light, sis. I'll be seeing you guys this evening for dinner. We've been doing, a few things. So I'm trying to participate a little bit with that, and it turned into like a little family thing because my girls came. So it's been very pleasant, actually. So wanted to say that. So with the accountability that we're taking and information we're putting out, we have to be very precise with this information. A lot of times people are arguing about information. They're discussing things with each other because they want their point to be heard. Not that their point isn't very valid, but a lot of times another person's point is kind of going in the same direction that can lead to the same exact area. So, when being accountable, that also means listening to, other panel members when you guys are talking, having accountability to be a good listener as much as you are a good talker, having accountability to be respectful in nature to others so that you're not, bringing out different frequencies in other people because of your rudeness or things of that nature, because it does happen. People are affected by others. You try not to let people affect you. It's easier said than done. So a lot of times what we have to do is just kind of stay away from those negative frequencies, make sure that we are doing the things that are going to be beneficial on both sides, and even to others that aren't involved in a direct situation. When on these panels, there's so many people that listen, even if it's a month or two down the line, they may run across a video, some so on and so forth. What we have to do is make sure that we are being perfect in respectfulness, perfect in being open to other people's light and what they might hear, what they might present, so on and so forth. Me myself, I've gotten upset on a couple of panels. People have been disrespectful, rude, and a few other things. And I've let it affect me. I won't blame them, of course. Me myself getting in my own feelings. I'm a sensitive person in general because I'm very loving and kind to people, and I expect so much from others. But I know, in the same sense, that people are not the same. But the expectations sometimes, when given of oneself, can make you feel, that you're deserving of that, or feeling like, hey, I better get the same thing. But that's not necessarily true. So I'm learning, still growing in certain areas myself. So I know it takes strength, it takes time. What's good, brother? Great day, J. My. I'll drop the link if you guys want to join in. I'm not sure if you do or not, but just in case, I will drop the link. So yeah, basically we have to be assured to let me do this. I'm getting distracted just by doing this, guys. Hold on a second. Y'all know this StreamYard stuff is a little new to me still. Okay. So yeah, I'm trying to be accountable. Basically, I'm going to get back to that. I have to be accountable for my actions and not my reactions that I think are brought out of me from someone else. You know, I have to be accountable for what I'm doing, and we all have to do that. We were all taking more accountability for our own actions and not focused or looking at other people and what they're doing or what we think that they're doing, or the premise of what we propose is right or wrong. Maybe we can get along a lot better. Maybe we can think more outside of the box of ourselves. It's okay to be standing in yourself and your own truth and knowing what you believe and feel to be right. But at the same sense, you have to think the other person is doing the same thing. You can't expect someone to respect you in the same sense that you're not respecting them. You can't expect someone to think that you're going to have the same type of um, values that you have, the same type of respect, the same type of sense that you have, all those things. So if those things do happen, what we have to do is be sure that we are maintaining our own self and standing in that. I'm going to always be respectful. I'm working on this daily. I still trip up, but I try to always be respectful. I try to be kind. I try to be, neutral in situations, even if I don't agree with a person or like what one person's saying. I can respect the person's thoughts. I can respect the person and how they're feeling in general because we can't control those things and they can't either. If we can all control our feelings, we'd be in a big, better place as well. But, we can't control those things a lot of times. We can definitely work on them. We can make changes to improve, so on and so forth. But we definitely can't make these things just happen out of the clear blue sky. So we have to work on them and be aware of everything that's going on with other people. Respecting the fact that if I'm standing in my truth, this person's definitely standing in theirs. So even if I don't agree with them, I'm going to respect the fact that this is what they believe, and we can agree to disagree and move on. If there's no clarity or clear understanding between the two parties, I mean, why keep going back and forth? Obviously, I'm not going to change your mind. You're not going to change my mind. That's another thing that just is amazing. The arguing back and forth, the arguing back and forth. What we have to do is make sure that we are putting out what information. I hope you guys can hear me. I'm actually sitting out, and there's a plane going over right now. I'm going to hold on for 1 second. I don't know how loud it is. So yeah, there's great light, brother, great light. There's a plane going over, so I hope you guys can hear me now.
Can you hear
Glenda.
me?
Oh, it's you. I'm sorry. I thought
Oh,
you was
you good?
Copper Tone. I saw Indigenous, and I just thought it was Indigenous Copper Tone. That's so funny. Great light, sis. How are you this morning, dear?
I'm great. How are you?
I am doing awesome.
Yeah, I
Did
was
you have?
just.
Yeah,
Go
I
ahead. Go
was.
ahead.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Just real quickly, did you want to address the email, or did you rather wait? That was something a little separate,
We
or
can do that
oh,
after the show. That's fine. It's okay.
perfect, dear. I appreciate that.
Yeah, I was just listening, to what you were saying about, accountability and everything. And, to piggyback off of that, because right now what I'm doing for myself, I'm doing, I'm fasting. I'm doing the intermittent fasting. And it's important for us to get ourselves right mentally and physically so we can gain clarity on what we need to do moving forward, just for ourselves, and then for what I'm saying, everybody else around us. So I agree, it starts with us, so
Yes, darling. And you know what? I'm glad you said that. You're right. And you said something about the fasting. I don't talk about that a lot, because I don't know why, but for some reason, when people hear fasting, they immediately associate it with a church thing. They're like, "Oh, that's some church stuff." It's like,
no.
it's just so sad that people, they don't have an open mind to complete overstanding or understanding to know the things that are beneficial to us because we so tricked by the information that we have, the stuff that we grew up on, thinking this and this is that, and not knowing real truth, that when it comes to us, it's like, we associate everything with something negative or what we already know, not knowing how to create the proper information from what's going on now today. We got to be more advanced. The world is moving so fast, we can't stay stuck in the past and being, stuck in the things that they have um, set up for us to be, misguided, basically. Great day, brother.
Hey, hey, Grand
Grand
Rising.
Rising,
Grand
Grand
Rising,
Rising.
King. How y'all doing?
Great. How you doing this day?
I'm all right. I'm all right. Over here
Good,
with the
good.
kids.
So
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
on that, what did you have something to say about that, brother? I'm sorry about that.
Nah, go on. I'm gonna come in when you finish. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah, I was gonna say on what you were saying, sis. Let's just get back on that real quick with the fasting. Let's talk about that a little bit and a couple other things that go along with that. Since you're familiar with that, so people can maybe, if they're listening or want to hear this later, understand that how beneficial it is. The fasting, the meditation, cleansing and detoxing yourself. All these things
Yes.
playing a
Mhm.
complete part in inner cleansing. Did you want to touch on that real quick, sister, in a general sense, and then I'll go in. Go right ahead.
So with that, right? Um, I equate like detoxing your body like getting maintenance on a car. So when it's time to get an oil change or a transmission flush, right? You have to get rid of the old fluid and then replenish it with the new fluid. It's the same thing when it comes to your body. You have to flush out or detox the old to replenish your body with, you know what I'm saying, the new, like with water, fresh fruits and vegetables and stuff like that, in order for your body to perform at its highest, just like a car. Because if you keep running your car and it never gets maintenance, then it's going to break down. It's the same thing with your body. We have to look at it in that sense. You have to treat your body with respect and utmost respect, because if you don't, then it's not going to, your body's not going to heal itself.
Yeah, yeah. That's what's up, bro. I agree 100%. You know, the stomach. I say that's your original brain. You know,
Yes,
and
yes,
with
because
mhm,
when you have that gut feeling, you heard that gut feeling like
that's the
something
first
direct.
thing. That's
Yes.
the first thing you feel before anything even happens. So that's your first brain. You know what I'm saying? What we ingesting all of these foods, it's working the intestines for the basically the wrong purpose that it was made for. It wasn't made really to break down food. It was made to process information. And you know what I'm saying? That's why you can get to the point where you can fast and then you don't even get hungry anymore. You know what I'm saying? You realize,
Right.
see, that happens to me a lot. I'll get scared. I'll go like 2 days, I don't be hungry. I just eat something. You know what I'm saying? Because I be like, no, man,
Right.
for real, because I
That's
don't even be hungry,
motivation.
bro. I be eating my I might eat like a bunch of pumpkin seeds and I'll fast. And that shit is just, you know what I'm saying? I won't even be hungry, bro. Like
And
it's
when you do it, it's
it's funny.
amazing how you feel, bro. It'd be
Yeah,
crazy. You like you said, even the energy. You would think a person's like, oh, they not eating, oh,
exactly.
they weak, they did. You be so energized. This is what people don't
Yes.
understand.
I can't even sleep. Like I'd be like, like it'd be crazy. Yeah. I think that's why we sleep. Well, I know that's why we sleep though. 'Cause I know when I went from eating meat to eating vegan, like my time I needed for sleep like cut down like a motherfucker. I went from like 8 hours to 4 hours a night. So it's like
Right.
I know the food, if we break it down, the food is what causes us to sleep, which causes, you know what I'm saying, the breaking down of our body. I believe at the end of the day, the food, the breaking down of food, which is causing the breaking down of our body, which basically is the cause of aging. I
Yes.
I I, I put all of that
Yeah.
together, all of that in the
Yes.
same thing. You know what I'm saying?
You right, bro. Because you know what? Think of it like this, right? You know how we always talk about the computer, but our body is a computer. You
Hmm.
know, basically it's just like a computer. So think of it like overworking. You know how to be like, oh, you need to shut the computer down, or you working
That
it so
part.
much, it's keep burning up, burning up. It be so
Hmm.
hot, you touch even your phone. You be on your phone so long, man, that thing be burning up hot sometimes. You know, or
Yeah.
even when you put the charge circuit to it, it be hot, and as soon as you take it off, it be feeling so warm because that energy
Hmm.
don't went because it's so much being built up. So you got to think of
Hmm.
it this way: when our bodies is doing that, like you said, when we start to break it down, right? That's working. It's working some
Hmm.
things at that point in time. So if you have a lot of different foods you're putting in your body normally breaks down the things that we're supposed to be digesting. So if you're putting
Hmm.
in things that you're not supposed to digest, it's going to be working twice as hard to get this stuff out of you, to put it where it's supposed to
Yep.
go, because that's what it's
Mhm.
thinking to do. You know, so you're kind of overworking your system. That's a
Hmm.
general sense of it. So when you're overworking your system, it's going to be, you know, working consistently. And when it comes to that meat, which is the most treacherous thing, it stays in your body so long. So how can your body take a break? It can't take a break from
Exactly.
trying to work it out of your system. It can't take a break from getting this flushed. It can't take a break from saying, okay, where do I put this? Because the normal function of the body is going to try to do what it's supposed to do. It don't know you're going to be a nut and put some stupid junk in there. So the body is like, okay, I take the stuff, I use what I'm supposed to use, and I put this part over here. So when it gets something foreign, the body's like, okay, what the heck do I do with this? You know, so it's trying to figure out what to do. It's working. It's trying to think. You know, it's trying to put something here, put it over there. So boom, once it throws it
That's that
over here,
stored up fat you got.
that's right,
You ain't know
brother.
what to do with it. Just put it over here. Put it to the side.
Yep, exactly.
Literally, put
Exactly,
it to your
brother.
side. God.
Breaking the frequency and shit. That's it's supposed to be the
And
correct
get
way, the
wider
right
and
way, you
wider,
know?
God.
Yes, bro.
And
Yes.
then too, right? What I've
Mhm.
noticed, like dreaming, it's like my dreams are so vivid,
Hmm.
and like it's getting harder and harder for me to like wake up from that these dreams. Like it's so real. So it's like, man, like it is an amazing feeling. But like trying to get started, it's like you really gotta push yourself to really do it. Cause I was off focus for a while
Hmm.
trying to get back on track, you know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm doing. Like I said, I'm doing the intermittent fasting. So when it's time for me to eat between 12 and 6, I eat nothing but fruits and vegetables, wild rice, and then I'll eat stir fried collard greens. That's what I eat to keep me full, and it works. And then after that I just drink water and I'll do the master cleanse. But that's what works for me. You know, you gotta find out what works for you.
Right,
So
right.
Yeah.
And
See,
in
what
addition,
what what I what I what I try to do is I try not to eat anything until after 12, like on a daily basis. You know what I'm
right,
saying?
right,
Just keep like some hot tea or something in the morning or something. If you eat anything, eat some fruits or something. If you got to eat anything in the morning, you know what I'm saying? I think that helps to keep your body, you know what I'm saying, from waking up
right.
to getting into the day and stuff like. Yeah, it helps.
right, yeah.
Yeah, I used to
And
do
real
that
quick,
even when
I
I
just
work.
want to say great light, great morning to you guys. Bruce Leroy, D. Hayden's sister, Ama, come up, sis. Yeah, Grandma, you know, I appreciate you guys tuning in this morning to see what we had to discuss. Obviously, it was on your heart to hear something. Hopefully, we put a word out that can be beneficial and something you can share with somebody else and be beneficial in their life. So that's the goal that I try to go for each and every time I'm opening my mouth. So just want to say that, and I really appreciate you guys, you know, tuning in this morning to hear what we have to say. Hope it'll touch you. So just want to put that out there real quick. Go ahead, brother. I didn't mean to interrupt you, Jay.
Oh no, you good. Good. Yeah, I was just I forgot what I was saying, but yeah, y'all can go ahead and cut
But
in
I
on it.
will say on the with the fasting too, right? Like y'all, I'm glad y'all brought that point up too. That's another thing. A lot of times people get a misconception of fasting, like, shoot, I can't go without eating. Let me try. I can't even get through a whole day. This, and that. But what we have to do, right, is understand it's not about just not eating it at all. As these two giving you guys examples of that, we have to understand that there's certain things that work for everybody. Some people can go all day and it don't bother 'em. And like you say, it's hard for some people. So depending on what works for you, find something and cutting back, finding a system, a certain time you're going to eat. I'm going to eat between this time and this time only. And when I eat, I'm going to only eat life-giving foods. I'm going to maybe drink smoothies at this time and maybe have a fruit or, make a plan of it. Once you do that and you get accustomed to it, it'll be much easier. The main thing in that, right, is getting your mind right. Let me say that. You have to be focusing on what you
Yes.
want and
Yeah.
what you have to have in your mind for what you want it to be. So if I want to do this, I say, you know what, I'm going to start this fasting. I know it's going to be good for me. It's going to be good for my mind, body, and my spirit. The trinity of life, which is what we need to be focused on. These three things are all important. You can't, disseminate one as being more important than the other because they go together. I think the spirit is the main source, of course, but we have to, these three things go together and keeping them, the spirit on point. So this is what we got to understand as well. So just finding what works for you in your mind is and being set in that. Okay, I'm gonna
Yeah.
start eating from between noon and 4. If I don't eat at those times, I can't eat till tomorrow. Whatever you have to do to get in your mind, this is what you're gonna do,
Mhm.
and it's gonna make it
This
so much easier.
this is something that helps. This works for anybody. You know what I'm saying? If it's the urges, it's the things that stop us from doing what we want to do. The urge to eat, the urge to do this, the urge to do that. The most cause of the urges is the parasites. Basically, which comes from the food that you ingest. You know what I'm saying? The number one killer for parasites, well, sunlight number one, but but sunflower seeds and pumpkin seeds number one, and sunflower seeds. If you make that like your snack, you know what I'm saying? Like whenever you get hungry, just start snacking on that. You will notice a huge change in your appetite.
Hmm.
The pumpkin
And
seeds will get all them parasites about you, bro. Guarantee.
yes,
All
yes.
them urges about you, yeah.
So we have to just do things that are more beneficial. So even that, so the brother's giving you guys a great piece of information. So everything that, this is why it's so awesome when we're conversating. There's so many things sometimes you don't think is important, but that is a very key element to what he just gave you guys, something that would be beneficial. If you want to try to fast and make sure you put that in your diet. Pumpkin seeds and sunflower seeds are very good in salads, if you like salads. A
Mhm.
salad with pumpkin seeds,
And smoothies too.
sunflower seed.
Mhm.
Yeah, and you yes, oh, I love a nutty fruit
And
smoothie
I
too.
love pistachios and
Pistachios.
Yes,
almonds. Almonds are
yes.
good too.
Hmm. Walnuts are awesome. Oh my gosh, we only get on all the different nuts, guys. I think I'm gonna do a video one day on certain proteins and being beneficial with veganism. Bro, you can help me out with that because what
Yeah, for
people need
sure.
to understand, they're like, oh, people that are used to meat, right? They're thinking like, well, how am I gonna be full? I ain't gonna get full off of this, or da da da.
Yeah,
There's so
damn lie.
many different proteins. Listen,
I eat
listen,
good
I
every
ain't a
day.
skinny chick. There's so many
Shit.
there's so many different proteins that are just as beneficial. So we just gotta do a little research and look into what's beneficial for our body. Everybody doesn't like the same thing. Some people might not like pumpkin seeds, but they may like sunflower seeds. So make sure you're doing that. Certain things, just check into things that are going to be beneficial. But I definitely want to do that one day. We're going to go over like proteins and things of that nature so people can see, oh, wow, there's so many different things I like that I can eat and I can
Yeah.
substitute. You know,
They
um,
try to keep you in this little box of this, you got what you got beef, chicken, and pork right there.
oh my
Like, nah,
God,
it's more than that.
Right.
It's so much more than that. They
right.
want you to, expand
Long
your
list. So yeah, and then like the brother said with that when you're fasting, right? Getting the parasites out, right? You have to think when you're getting those things out, you have more room for light. So you have more room for light information, pulling in energy, natural energy, absorbing and detoxifying with the earth. These are things that will be very beneficial. So let me also point this out. I just thought about this. Anything I think about, just even if it's our subject, y'all, I'm going to make sure I remember because I can't recall to think of everything, right off the bat. But when it comes to that, meditation is very, very, very crucial as far as I'm concerned. It may not work for you, you may not like it, but it's definitely crucial. When you're meditating, I'm going to say another key thing. You need to be standing on the ground, barefoot, with the grass or dirt. The concrete is built for a reason. All these buildings they build, and the concrete this, the we don't even get into that. But what's beneficial is being on the dirt or the grass, standing barefoot, sun gazing, palms up, and meditating for at least a good 10 minutes. If you can do this, before you start your day, it's going to, one, detoxify you automatically. It's going to energize you automatically. It takes it once you're standing on the ground. What happens is there are negative ions in our body. All the things that we're talking about as far as like the nanoparticles. If you haven't heard this before, we always talk about nanoparticles and
The
food and stuff
chemtrails
in
and
the
stuff.
chemtrails and yeah,
Yeah.
all that stuff. So when it comes to those things, right, being in our body, and we can't help but have them in our body, they are parasites as well. There are two different types of those nanoparticles. In case you haven't heard it before, guys, there's the nanobites, and then there's something called morgellons, and there are different things that they do to your body, and we want to get into that. We'll maybe talk about another time, but they duplicate in your body once they're absorbed into your system. They start to duplicate in your body, marching up and down your system, making changes in your system, so on and so forth. That's a whole nother subject. But when that happens, right, what we can do is during these meditations is detoxify some of these things, because the earth will automatically say, get this mess up out you, because this earth body don't supposed to have this. So the soul, as you know, we have our soul, and then there's also the soul of our feet. And this is also a very important part, which we'll I hope I remember to touch on this another day too. The soul is a open portal into the insides of your body, basically. The pores and things that your soul um, protect you from and can help you with. This is why it's important to stand barefoot in the dirt or grass when you're meditating with sun gazing. Because what happens is the ions, the negative ions in your body, they will start to be automatically removed from your body. The earth, the dirt, and the soil will start to
Mhm.
pull them from your body. Believe it or not, literally, like just
Yeah,
magnetize it, like what is this crap?
Mm.
It's gonna
yeah,
pull it from your body, from the soles of your feet, right? And then at the same time, you're pulling in the sun, right? And while you're meditating with the sun, that energy from the sun, all the ions, all the vitamins, everything is coming into your body. And then the
mhm,
earth is actually taking the negative things out. So you're
mhm.
getting like a flush. Think of it like
Yeah.
a
Right.
That,
you know
that
what I'm
that is
saying?
so powerful, man. That
It's
that
so
grounding
keep
like
the body
alone
going.
by itself, like cures so many things, like from know what I'm saying, from what's it called? Arthritis and like different like heart blood pressure, all that type of shit. That's just grounding alone. Like connect like mixing that, putting that together with the sun gazing, man. Like
And the people
that's
don't know the power, bro. The power of the
mm,
earth. Yep. Yo, don't let me get off topic. The power though, listen, it gets so deep, and it's like I be
mhm.
getting so excited, y'all. Sometimes, Jay might know, since I
I be
know I'm
telling
a
people all
little
the
bit.
time just to try that shit. Just go out there barefoot just to see like that feeling is crazy right
It's crazy.
here.
And when people, you know what? When people are say, "Oh, it don't do this, it don't do," I'm like, "You're not doing it right," And people hate to hear that they're not doing something the correct way, because you want to help them, you want to be a benefit, you want to try and tell them or explain to them or show them how they can get the benefit of this, and that's what that hurts me. When people don't understand that, they think you're trying to tell them something. They say, "Oh, this one think they know something," or this and that. This is the problem with people. We're here to help each other. We're not here to go against each other. We're not here to be to tear each other apart. We're not here to bring each other down, so on and so forth. The building up is the only thing that's going to be substantial for anything. You can't do nothing unless you're building something. Anything that's torn down and broke down, it's going to take too much dang work. So why consistently work on tearing it down? It's horrible. But yeah, when we do this, right, that energy, oh my gosh, the body just is so happy at that time, guys. And it makes it so much easier for the fasting. Because when you do this and you're cleansed, right, that
Yeah.
drug feeling that you feel when you're tired, the sluggish, and you get up like, oh, I don't want to get up, da 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 da.
Definitely.
You know, yeah, yeah.
Yes,
You
yes.
don't feel nothing like
Like sometimes when I be hungry and shit, I might fast. I just go sun gaze and that hunger go away, bro. I ain't gonna
go
lie.
right away.
Like real shit. Like we photosynthesizing this shit. Like the plant. I swear we be doing this shit. Don't even know it.
Exactly. We are energy. We're nothing but starlight. We ain't gonna get on that, bro, because that's going too deep. Right this,
Yeah.
right now, while we on this, but we
But you can
really
feel
are
it though. You can
starlight.
feel it though. The proof is
You
in the
know,
pudding. You can feel that shit, right?
we got to get it together. We gotta make sure that we helping each other do these things. People be like, oh, I ain't doing this like that. Listen, let me try to tell you, but you got to. Sometimes we got to get on people. Especially
Yeah. Yeah.
what you say, sis. It kind of was cutting out.
Oh no, I was saying I was agreeing, yeah, because we got a lot of our people that are on medication and have diabetes and stuff like that. And in my personal opinion, it comes from not ever detoxing. So
Hmm.
you got all of this built up, these pills, these drugs in your body that need to be detoxed out of your system. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that's first and foremost, and then get on a regimen with eating the right foods. So that's how I look at it when we have people that's on these medications, because we already know the pharmaceutical company is in business to make money. They want to keep you coming back sick enough just so they can give you some more drugs.
That's
That's why they
right.
call it a treatment, like trick or treat. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? I'm gonna give your ass
Right.
a treat. You
Facts.
know what I'm saying? Treat your mental treatment. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's all that shit is, bro. They ain't
Exactly, bro.
curing shit.
They ain't curing shit. Witchcraft, pharmaceutical, telling you right in your face. That's what pharmaceutical actually means. It's witchcraft.
What
That's what it is.
pharmakia? Yep.
Yeah. So it's that's what it is. So we have to understand they tell us these things because like they got to tell us because it is what it is. You can't hide the fact. And they know eventually we're just too intelligent and not understand or have the overstanding the things that they tried to put up on us. So we have to stand up over those things and not up under those things. I'm a person that has to stand tall. I can't be down low and looking up to some shit. You know what I'm saying? So we got to make sure that we are doing the right things for ourselves. And this is the thing when we're doing these building blocks, right? Imagine all the building blocks of all of us doing the right thing, being in these right places, the correct frequency that would be on this earth. We don't understand the havoc and the harm and the danger that we put on the earth just by not doing the right thing. Our people back in the day, the indigenous people of the lands, what they used to do was be in tune with the earth and nature and take care of this earth. They blessed the earth. They took care of the earth. They appreciated
Evil,
the earth.
evil, evil prevails because the good don't act. That's what. Period.
Yeah. We just caught up in everything wrong and backwards and this and that, all this spellbinding of the wrong things, our minds being mentally, like brother said, treated mentally. We're treated with everything. We're treated with society, we're treated with food, we're treated with the pharmaceutical industry, we're treated with everything because everything treats our mental, like the brother said. It's a mental blockage that's created in all these different areas of the five senses. The ENT, as we talk about a lot of times. These senses are intertwined all together, and they're being manipulated from each direction. So think of it as like a point. And you know how they have that pentagram or whatever, the 5 point star. So the 5 point star is the five senses. You have to think of it like that because they're using those five senses to have a direction of what they want everything to be or what they're making things to be for our reality and our space and our time and our life span, which is not correct. So we have to disassociate ourselves from that and like go outside, maybe reverse that, by doing the things that are opposed to the opposite of our natural living state, our natural mind state, our natural spiritual state, because these senses are all directed into one point, and they're sitting there. They direct everything in there. They're doing the rituals. They're doing all kind of nonsense with these fake gods and shit that they believe in, and they praising and all this nonsense, all these different traits that they're using, to mess with our kids, manipulate them, manipulating the system, trying to change actual uh, structure of the natural human state. I mean, this shit is like crazy. It's like some out of the world shit I used to read in or see in sci-fi when I was a kid. Like, oh, this couldn't be. Yeah, it's happening. It's like real reality. So we have to understand that we have to be opposed to the reality that they're making and get our reality to what it's supposed to be in the natural state that it started at, the natural state where it's supposed to be. Even if it's been manipulated, we can make changes. And by doing these things, this is exactly what will happen. When you start to do these things and cleanse your body, it starts to help to cleanse your mind. Then once you start to cleanse your mind, it starts to create a higher sensitivity, cleansing your spirit. So now you have the body, the mind, and the spirit in sync, and you're going to see a whole new reality. You're going to start seeing and start making changes because oh, this ain't right. Let me leave this, or this not going to be the right thing. So I'm going to go away from this area, or I'm going to gravitate over here to this because this is starting to elevate me mentally. Once you start to elevate mentally in that spiritual state, that light is going to brighten. It's just like the sun rising. The sun is rising within you. This is like, oh my God, this is like the natural state. So when that sun's rising within you, you have to think it's just getting up to that 12 o'clock state. When it gets up to noon, supposedly, and it stops and it's there highlighting everything. This is what happens within us. This is in our mind state. We have that sun rising within us. That sun rises to the top. It's enlightening as it sends its rays, the sun rays. Those sun rays start to penetrate from our spirit, our mind, our body, and our soul. The three in sync now. Oh my gosh, they're in sync. So now we have the trinity of the three, and it's rising. Once it's risen, it is pouring out over. We have the Taurus field. We have our aura that is protecting us. It is shielding us from all harm, fighting off any type of freaking enemy or entity or any dagger that's thrown toward us, so on and so forth. We have the power and the strength to hold this shit at bay because now we got that force field. Well, shit, we can walk freely. We can just move on and do what we got to do to keep building and making it stronger because I ain't got to worry about shit penetrating me right now. Because see what
Yeah.
happens when we have that
That
field
that's
around
the
us.
that's the TP. Like,
Yeah, yes, it
you know
is,
how
bro.
the
It's a
sun
TP.
rays come down and shit. Like, yeah, that's
Go
your
ahead, bro.
TP, bro. Yeah, go ahead. That's it.
No, no, hit on that TP, bro. Yes.
That's your TP, man. So you got the cross at the top.
Hmm.
Crossroads, man. So you know what I'm
Yeah. Yes.
saying. That shit come
Manipulating us
together.
with that
That,
Bible
that
stuff.
that's your
We don't
macabre.
even know the truth because we thinking all this is about the Bible. The Bible, they took the truth, took our truth, our own truth, turned it
Mm-hmm.
around to use it against us to make us think it's something else. You, Lord, the
Exactly.
manipulation and the
Yep.
bullshit.
Yeah,
I get so
yeah,
tired of these people, man.
yeah, exactly. They reading it wrong. That's all.
Mhm. Look, you try to help her, try to give them an understanding. Like, listen, refocus and see this right. It's right in your face. You got to read it the right way. Though, look at this, look
Yeah.
at that. They looking at you like, damn, you crazy. Come on, get your mind right,
Yeah,
baby. We
yeah.
trying to help
You got to
you.
take yourself outside of that. Look at it from a different angle, type of shit. When you in that Christian mindset or whatever, you looking at shit a certain way. You're not gonna
Thank
look at it from what, know what I'm saying, from another perspective or whatever, or how you was
you.
taught. You know what I'm saying? That's why they got preachers and churches and Bible school. They got a Bible school. I ain't know that shit. They got a Bible
The
school
enforcement.
like an education. What's it called? Like a
A Bible school.
basically they got a curriculum. Basically, you can't just
Oh,
go in
you
your
talking about
Bible school and teach
theology.
what
You
you
talking about
want to teach.
theology schools, brother.
No, I mean Bible school. They got a literal Bible school like um agency. Basically, they like basically got a curriculum for them. Like basically, you can't talk about what you want to talk about in your Bible school,
Oh,
bro.
my gosh.
Yeah, I just seen that shit the other day. It was like, yeah, it was Bible school administration. It was some shit like that I seen the other day. I'm like, what the fuck? You got a
Oh my,
mission?
because it's part of it's all part of the corporation.
Yeah,
People don't even be
yeah,
seeing the shit, bro. It's all part of the
yeah.
corporation. They took everything from the natural state, just like even take not only taking the Bible.
Mhm.
Let's get deeper with this
That's
real
just
quick.
one part
Not
of it,
2 minutes.
right?
Not only taking the Bible, but even taking our ways with everything they did with it. So boom, the Bible system with the tithes and offerings, so on and so forth. They taking in where they were storing just in case for the winter, just like how bears hibernate. This is hey, they came, they had their meetings and talked about spiritual stuff, talked about what was going on in the tribes, they talked about what was going on in the nation, they talked about what happened with our ancestors, making sure they were keeping information in the group, so on and so forth. This is what the churches was about at that time. So of course they
Mhm.
took that, manipulated that. Oh, let's make this a tithe and offering. So then they
And
took
the,
that
and the and the
information and we can
organs.
take
I know
from
you
it.
know about the organs in the church.
It's not gonna help them. Go ahead, bro. The organs manipulating the system. Go ahead, bro. Talk about it. I'm
No,
gonna keep talking.
I was talking about how they used to use the organs, with the pipe, the big old pipes
Yes.
in the churches and stuff. Yeah, they used to be like healing people.
Yes,
They use that for healing.
they manipulate the system, bro.
Hmm.
All of those
When they switched
certain things.
everything from that 432 to the 440, you know what I'm
Yes,
saying?
bro.
Oh my God, not the
It all
440.
manipulates
Oh
the
man.
They start
Yes,
fucking shit up.
it all manipulates the system. It does
The
things to the
frequency.
strings of the heartstrings. The harp does something to the heartstring. The piano does something to the heartstring. All these things manipulate things in our body to help heal us because it's a certain frequency that they run off of. Everything that we have, yo, bro. We need to do a talk on this one day. Topic. I need to be writing these things down because people need to really
For sure, you
understand
better.
this.
Yeah,
Because
because
we
we
be
gonna
thinking
forget
like,
all this shit.
they be understanding. They don't really be understanding a lot of this stuff, I don't think. And when we
Yeah, it's
break it
deeper
down,
than
maybe
what
they
they.
could
Yeah.
see the whole picture and
Mhm.
say, wait a minute, hold on. Maybe I am being tricked in food. Shit, maybe they just don't see it. Because I just don't be understanding the factual matter of why people are so still manipulated and not understanding the truth. And there's so much truth out here now. Back in the day, it wasn't out there like that. Now it's too much truth out here. You can't hide from it. You cannot hide from it. You have to study to show yourself approved. If you believe anything in the Bible, believe that part. You have to study to understand and overstand to know anything. You're not gonna know nothing just by browsing by it, by seeing it and saying, "Oh, okay, this is what it is. This is what I'm gonna do." Oh, you just gonna do that shit? You just gonna follow the rules because they said this is what you're supposed to do. Okay, but yeah, we need to do more than that. Go ahead, brother.
I wasn't saying nothing. I'm listening in.
No, no, no. I wanted you to talk more about the organ, like specifically explain that so people could hear that. Because I'm talking fast and I'm just saying stuff about what you're saying, but I want you to hit on that, bro.
Yeah, the reason why they call it an oil, you can probably figure out why they call it an organ. You know what I'm saying? At one time, it used to be used for, you know what I'm saying, harmonization of your organs, literally. You know what I'm saying? That's why they harmonize with the organs, why it sound that certain way. They had the pipes and stuff. You know what I'm saying? With basically, like I said, the frequencies. You know what I'm saying? Channeling in certain frequencies. Just like today, you can even go to YouTube and you can get these same little frequencies. Like if you got a headache, stomach ache and shit, and you can play these different frequencies and you know what I'm saying, your symptoms will go away a type.
That's a
So
fact because I do play
the
the
right
frequency
the
music.
right
Yep.
frequencies. Hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, so like I said, all that shit, that's the, you know what I'm saying, the history behind that shit. You know what I'm
And
saying?
put you to sleep and the whole nine, hypnotizing you and
Yep.
all that. Be careful too with that, not because brother's right. You can do that, but be very careful when if you want to use that method, guys, because you got to
Mhm.
look at the information. Some of these things depend on where the source is. You don't know what they're putting out there, so just
Yeah.
watch carefully with
I
those
use
things.
the right frequencies, the ones that I use. It's the guy, I forget his first name, but his last name is Rife. And like he's the one that like started basically all that shit. And everybody came behind him. You know what I'm saying?
Put if you can put it in the chat, bro, so we can
I'm
so people can check that
Yeah, I
out
want to
because we
know
want to make
too.
sure
Mm.
they on the right thing because I'm not familiar with him either. I appreciate that too. But yeah, we need to make sure we're doing this stuff, guys. We got to be keeping ourselves in tune the right ways. All these pharmaceutical drugs, they're creating blockages in your system. They're helping with the manipulation, creating mirrors and reflections of more parasitic behavior and all this stuff within the body. So we have to make sure that we are keeping ourselves steered clear, away from this stuff. Everything that is going on with your body, believe it or not, naturally it can be cured, guys. It really can be. I mean, you guys know, I tell you all the time, listen, if you're interested in getting some information, mention this, that I talked about it, and we can definitely do something for you. I do consultations. I basically do consultations for free. I have a very, very minimal charge. If you can't afford it and you really need some help with something, I will take time to do a consultation. I just need to schedule some. Send me something through my email. Visit my website. Look at some of the information on my site. If you're interested in some natural healing, I can definitely talk to you about that. If you can't afford it, but you really need it, I can still help you. I don't mind that. I give away a lot of my product. I don't mind doing that. It's all from the earth anyway. Everything I use is natural and, it's put here for the healing, so I don't mind doing that. It's not about, trying to, not change yourself if you can't afford it, and things of that nature. I don't think that's right to people, but if you can afford it, I encourage you to pay me a donation, so on and so forth, because it does help me to keep replenishing myself. I've been doing this for years, and I pay for everything. So just putting that out there.
So
Not
yeah,
asking for no help, but yo, it's up to you. But all I'm all I'm saying is that AK Randall's naturalnature.com is where you can go look at the products if you're interested. You can
you
even go
gotta
through
drop
the
the
page
link. Drop the
to
link
get
in the
the
chat.
oh yeah, let me put the link up there. If
Yeah.
you need to, you can do that and then get I'll help you guys out. I swear. I want people to be doing the right thing and living right and you know um just being able to do what they need to do. It's important. It's important for us to be clean. It's important for us to be spiritually right. It's important for us to encourage and help each other. It's not even important. Let me say this. It's our responsibility. If you know certain things and you had the ability to do something for somebody else, it's your responsibility. You are responsible for being your brother's keeper or your sister's keeper. I believe firmly in that as well. There's no way I can pass by somebody knowing they're in need, and if I can't help them, that's one thing. If I have the ability to help somebody, and I'm just looking at them like, ooh, they messed up. That's something wrong with that. I think there's something very wrong with that. I don't like that. But yeah, we have to be very cautious of our mental and our awareness, and a lot of these things help to keep us defocused. We can't even think with our spirit to know, like, oh, let me help this brother out, let me help this sister out, because we're so messed up with our concise thinking. Our dissonance is so off, we do not see that. Man, my heart is pulling at me. Oh man, let me help this brother out. Oh, you good? You need something to eat real quick? Whatever the case may be. A brother or sister comes to you because they got a need or issue or problem. They ain't ask you for the couple of dollars and say, oh, I need these couple of dollars because this going on. They just venting to you about their issues. Oh, I got this problem and this about to happen and blah blah blah. We hear this because people like to vent when they're having issues going on. They're mostly overwhelmed. They got to get some of this off. That energy has to disseminate some way. The only way they can do that is putting some of that off on someone else. So you get these calls and they're calling you and like, hey, this going on in my life and da da da. Sometimes you get annoyed. Um, damn, my fucking phone died. No, it didn't. Yeah,
You
that's
got a a
oh,
sister soul.
yeah, this thing on. I got hold on, bro. I got to go put it on the charge. It's about to die. So yeah, got lost in my
I,
thought. I thought it hung up on
now
you. I hope.
I was gonna say you gotta put all your stuff in your descriptions of your videos. So like, they can just click on there, you know what I'm saying, go straight to your website type shit.
Oh, okay, bro. I'm gonna do that. Okay, I'm on the charger now. Yeah, it was about to die on you. I was mad. What was I just saying, bro? Because I was trying to say something. I was trying to finish a point. I got distracted real quick. Did you hear what I was saying, J Man?
Yeah, yeah.
What was I just saying, bro? Because I got distracted. I thought the phone hung up on you. It went totally black because I had like 5%.
Oh yeah, yeah. It go dark. Shit, you just saying so much, man.
Damn it. I was
You
trying
were
to make a
talking about
point about something.
you were talking about the health stuff. Um,
That's my mind. Damn it. But
all
anyway,
over the place.
all over the damn place, right? Like I always do.
It'll come back to you when you not
Yeah,
think about it.
it's a
Yes,
cycle.
baby.
It'll come back around.
It'll come back. It'll come back. But yeah, I hate when I get off focus because it happens so much. It's annoying to me, y'all. Yeah, that's just a personal thing. But yeah,
Yeah,
go ahead,
but
y'all.
remember that though. Put your links in your description so people can see.
Oh,
You
let me
know what I'm
do
saying?
that
See your
now.
products. You know what I'm saying? You should
Okay, and I'm gonna
do
put
that. Do
the
that for every video. So that's
So the AK Randalls, that's your website, Sister Soul?
yes,
That's yours?
sweetheart. That's my
Okay.
website.
Got you, got you.
This is putting my email in there as well. I just seen something Jay might sent. Where they went? I want to copy that.
yeah. It won't let me put it in the big chat. You gotta
Okay.
give me a wrench.
Oh, how you do the wrench, bro?
I
I thought
don't
you
I
had a wrench.
don't, I don't know how to do that.
Uh-oh.
You gotta go to some of the
Drop
settings.
told me. Oh, he said it's something you got to do from the
Oh,
thing. I
it's in
think
the
that was.
YouTube. You have to go to your YouTube chat
Uh-huh.
and like wherever the person's name is like the three dots in the chat,
Okay.
you can hit that and then it'll say add moderator.
Oh, okay.
That's the easiest way to do it. But
Let's
you have
see.
to do it in the YouTube chat though.
Doing okay now. I just did it for okay. When I tried to do it now, it says put user in timeout or block user.
Mm,
That's weird.
no,
It's
it
giving me
should.
two options. You sure it's the little three dots, babe? It's not nothing
Yeah,
else
in the chat, cause you're the host, so it should
okay,
say it on your end.
let me
Add
try
moderator.
again. Yeah, it's saying put user in timeout or block user. Let me see. Let me go. I'm checking everybody just to make sure. Yeah, everybody I touch is saying that. Let me see. Yep, that's crazy.
Mm.
Let me see. Settings. Maybe it's in the settings because I want to
You
do that.
can do it in the settings on YouTube. Let me see, cause trying to think how you do it. Remember, cause that's usually in the chat is the easiest way. Let me see.
I said,
Going
I know Huey know how to do that shit. I don't know.
But
Let
Drop
me
told me
see.
how to do it. He
I
told. I'm
dropped
trying
know
to
how to do it too.
remember.
Oh, so okay, so when you go to your channel, right? You go
Hmm.
to let me see, what is it? Customize channel on your page, on your channel. You go
Hmm.
there, and then you go to look to your left all the way down and go to settings. It's up under customization, audio library, and all of that. And
Hmm.
go to your settings, and then go to, what is it? Go to community, and then you can add approve you can add your moderators that way with their YouTube name. That's another way you can do it.
Okay, I'll do that then one day because that right there. I'm trying.
I
I'm
can show
actually.
you later. I can show you
Okay.
later, like
Okay. Okay. Perfect. Perfect. Yeah, we'll do that because yeah, that's annoying. Cause like I got mad people that I thought I had did it the one day Sir Drop was on here and he guided me through it and I thought I added everybody. Oh, you probably wasn't on there that day, bro. Cause I think I got a couple of people that added that day and it was something like you said, sis. I thought it was either the three dots. It's just I don't get it. I don't know what's going on. But yeah, I figured out we'll do that later. But either way, the light, boom. The light, right? We need to be building our light. That's what I was trying to talk about earlier. I think I don't know if that's where we was at, but it just keep coming back to me about that light because you know it's stay on my mind. Building our light, making it stronger, creating different ways and avenues that will make it stronger. And the food is definitely one thing. The meditation is definitely another thing. The fasting is definitely another thing. The taking out or cleansing yourself of information that isn't good is another thing. Getting a lot of technology as far away from you as possible,
Mhm.
uh, would be good. You can get EMF blocking sheets. I know a lot of people like me. Obviously, I'm on here now. So we need these things because we use them in our our life cycle with everything we do. But you can buy EMF
So we got
blocking
detox from everything, not just food.
Exactly, exactly, brother.
Mhm.
The TV, the computer, all of this.
Mhm.
Even sleeping around it. At nighttime, I've told people this. It's easy. You're sleeping. You're not using nothing at night. Before you go to bed, the smart thing to do, just like you check your locks and check your windows, so on and so forth, turn the damn Wi-Fi box off. Unplug that shit. I don't care if you got to start over in the morning every day. It doesn't matter. Turn it off. You do not need that emitting it through your house overnight and nobody's using it. And it's already you're using it through the day, for your business or work or whatever you're doing. So basically, what we need to do is follow a train of thought of things that we can help to cleanse ourselves. So one thing would be turn your Wi-Fi off at night. Once you know that everybody's done doing whatever, unplug the box, turn it off, blah blah blah. The next thing would be to order you some EMF blocking sheets. So when you do go to sleep at night, even like your TV and certain things you have plugged up, your phones, your cell phone, you cover these things up so that the emissions from that radiation is not getting absorbed into your body while you're sleeping in a relaxed state, the most vulnerable. you know, this is other attacks and things happen. That's a whole nother story. But during this time, so we got to make sure we're protecting ourselves as well. So we're gonna do that as well. So and if you're doing the detoxing and the meditation right during the day and the fasting, all these things are going to coincide together to do nothing but build the light, the internal light within you. That's going to have that aura that protects us and is able to block off them freaking things that keep coming in trying to create dents and cause vertical angles in your aura, so that you're not flowing correctly in frequency. Your frequency is not flowing the way it should because it has these cracks and dents and this and that, because it has breaks in it, because of all these different things that are improper to the body, all these GMO foods, intelligences, and airs and waters, all of everything
And
that's
all
put
these
in.
different waves, you gotta realize we got the TV waves, we got the cell phone waves, you got the Wi-Fi waves. You know what I'm saying? All these
Yep,
different
yep.
waves going through your body all at the same time. Yeah,
Yep, it's
them
crazy.
crystals is good too. I know. I heard. I don't know if you know
Oh
about
yeah,
the
Yes,
Chris.
organite. The
Mm.
organite. They say you can build like a little shield with the organite around you. You know what I'm saying? Electronics to block the waves type of thing too.
I want to learn how to do that, make my own organite, because I
Yeah.
have one that I bought, but
All the
it'd be
people that was
interesting.
on YouTube, they took them off. I guess they they didn't want that
mhm,
information out, bro.
that couldn't get out
I
there.
know it
You
used to be
can
a
use
couple of them on. I don't see them no more.
different stones and oh gosh, crystals that kind
Hmm.
of even if you can't build an organite or don't know how to, you can order them. If you do have to be careful, the one that's why they took those off, because I'm pretty sure the ones that are easy to get out here aren't really beneficial, because the with the organite, it deals with your organ energy, obviously, so you have to make sure that it's on a proper frequency. They have to be built in a certain way, so people are making them just because they're saying they have them, they're not really doing anything for you. I'm just going to say that. So be very careful where you're getting it from. I would suggest, wherever you're at in your city, find some place that has been known for having good spiritual stuff, and a spirit place or whatever. Maybe they're there. So
Yeah.
don't just order it or let anybody do. You know what I'm saying? I want to say that. So when it comes to the stones and metals, when we think of it, there's certain things like black tourmaline. Black tourmaline is a very good and efficient is doing kind of the same thing. It removes negative ions and things, and it
And shungite
removes
too.
negative. Your shungite. There's so many different crystals that we can use. Basically, we can get into that another day too. But on the sense of that, see what's good for you. It all depends on what's going on with you, for your body. If it's something you need for a healing purpose, if it's something you need for protection. I don't want to just name certain things, because you may get it for one thing thinking, oh, this is going to work because she said this. No, we're going to get into that. I will name the ones that I know are beneficial for any and everybody, which is the black tourmaline. Definitely is beneficial to use at all times. It removes negative and it pulls in positive, and it does protect you as far as helping to build your aura. So let me just say that. Anything else, we can talk about another day. Send me an email on that as well, guys. We can, if you have a suggestion or question about something, I'll bring it up in the show that we're talking about something, either on my radio show or either on this YouTube. So we need to make sure that we're getting this information out correctly to people. And I don't want to say, different things, but if you're having an issue, you can study that. Hey, if I'm having an issue with this or that, look it up online or something, ask somebody, get a book about crystals. I'm having a problem with
Yeah.
this in this area. What do I need to help me with this? Get the information and go from there. Don't just use anything, think it's gonna work. Then you're thinking, oh, this doesn't work because you're using it for the wrong purpose. I just want to put that out there. But did you want to say something about that, brother?
No, I was gonna say yeah, get you a crystal, but I got me a crystal book for like $10 at the Barnes and Nobles, but it tell you a
Yep,
whole bunch of shit. You know what I'm saying that you can, learn about. So yeah, it's
facts.
definitely helpful. Yeah, for sure.
I know that's right, sis.
It tell you
Sis
all the
said she
different
put her
properties of
crystals in
different
water and
things.
soaked them in the sun in pure water. That's right. And when she
Yeah,
said pure water,
sage them
guys,
too.
yes, so sage
Yeah,
water.
say mhm.
Sage them. And I
Sage
would
them
do
and
that
sage
after doing that, actually, sister, after letting it absorb the sunlight. You guys make sure that, oh, this is important. Make sure that you're using distilled water in the process of anything you're doing, guys. Let me point that out too. I'm glad the sister said something about water and make me think. You have to make sure that you're using the proper water. A lot of times people think, oh, I want purity, so let me get purified water. No, you don't
Yeah,
want
I
the
got a
purified
call,
water.
y'all. I'll be right
You
back.
want to get distilled water, guys. We need distilled water when cleansing. You need to be using distilled water when you're drinking teas. You need to use distilled water when you're pretty much doing anything health wise.
Mhm.
Make sure you're keeping that in mind. Even as the sister said, she made a very good suggestion with putting the crystals in the water and soaking them in the sun in pure water, making sure that that is distilled water, guys. Using that distilled water is not going to have any impurities or anything that'll be absorbed into your crystal or your stone. So keep that in mind. So that's another thing. Thanks so
I
much for
also
bringing that
do
up.
pink Himalayan salt. I put my
Yes.
crystals in there too sometimes as well.
Yes, pink Himalayan salt is awesome, and
Mhm.
that's another thing. The pink Himalayan lamps, guys. I use a couple of them. I'm going to be honest; they're very beneficial with the ions and removing ions out the air because it's consistently heated. It has a lamp on the inside of a big, huge chunk of the pink Himalayan salt. What it does, it heats it, so the ions in the salt is emitting throughout the air consistently. I just use it 24 hours a day. I buy the little small bulbs at the dollar store. It's like 4 of 'em in a pack for $1. So I don't care. They burn for a long time. Actually, one bulb does, but I burn my salt lamp like 24 hours a day. I have one upstairs, one downstairs. Um, and then you're gonna be able emitting these things to cleanse too. So that pink salt, thanks sister for bringing that up. That's real good
Mhm.
because we
Yep.
definitely is beneficial and it's beneficial with what you're using when you guys are eating. Even if you're not dieting and meditating or what have you, iodine salt, we don't need to be using all this stuff, guys. We need to be getting natural iodine in our body by certain foods, and that's going to happen generally. So what we should be doing is using pink Himalaya salt. There's purple salt. These are things we need to use to be beneficial that are giving us positive ions into our body and that promote energy and things of that nature. Black peppercorns. Don't buy the flakes, guys. Go ahead and spend an extra dollar and get, the black peppercorns, and then you can grind your pepper as you need it. That's very important as well because it actually has a lot of beneficial traits in it, whether you know it or not. We like black pepper, but it's very healthy for your body. So that's another thing. So we need to be using herbs and things. Don't be using all these seasoning salts and ooh, it tastes so good. No, it don't. It's killing your body. It's breaking down certain things inside of your body. Even the cube formulation of certain foods, salt and sugar in those perfect cubes. We won't even get into that today. But there's a lot of things in significance to us health wise and spiritually that they use our food against us. So we have to be very um, mindful of these things and make sure that we're doing everything that's beneficial to our health. Make sure we're doing everything that's going to be bringing up the positive ions and de-escalating the negative ions in the food, the air, and everything that's coming in. We need to do everything we can, guys. This is so important. So what's up, brother? Make sure that we are doing these things and getting ourselves right. This is how we're going to build light. And when you're building light, you got to think light brings light. More light brings more light because it's going to gravitate to the next light. So what's going to happen is you're going to have enough positive and light energy that you can actually share with someone else, maybe even build them up. Now they're going to grow and grow that light within them because if you've given them a little bit of light, and then now that's going to go to someone else and they can share, and it's going to go so on and so forth. This is how we're going to be able to regenerate a new earth and a new atmosphere, the correct frequency that so that we're on a frequency with the earth. Because see, they've taken us off of the frequency with the earth, the 920, the 420, the 580, all these different frequencies with the music that's been changed. All this stuff they've
You're
done this
right.
intentionally.
Mhm.
It's happening also with the emissions from the portals of these phones and the computers and the TV. So all these things are working against us significantly. So what we have to do is make sure we're taking ourselves to the natural state. When we're more to the natural state and we're operating on the light frequency together, and everything's flowing and connecting on the correct web that it's supposed to be. They have us on an artificial web. We're supposed to be on the natural web. Once these lights connect correctly, the Earth's frequency will start to balance. It will start to go back into place, and things will be in a better place. They tell us like, oh, the Earth is so, oh, we're going through this, all these changes, this and the yeah, y'all forcing this shit into the wrong thing. But we know what to do to get it to the right thing, and I'm putting it out there right now that we are going to do that. Everybody that's within earshot and that's listening to this video or will hear this video later, you know what you need to do. These are things we got to do so we can create the proper balance. It's our responsibility. It's our duty to do the right things to nature because nature has created us. Nature has brought us here to do the right things. So we should be doing what we need to do for nature, for the source, for the most high, for whatever you want to consider it. Y'all say God, the Lord, the this and that. There's so many gods. So, I don't like using these words. We don't give God
Right.
these names, but we know the source. Everybody knows the source. It's within us. It connects to us. It's in the biblical cord that's tied to our heartstrings and our soul and spirit that we can never get away from. No matter what you think, people try to be, oh, I'm atheist. Yeah, soon something happened. Lord, so we all know the source shit. We all know the source. So whatever you want to call it, we ain't gonna put a name on it. Y'all know what y'all need to be doing to get right with that source so that we're getting our earth right and our atmosphere correct and living in the way that we're supposed to so that we're able to create a balance that is the frequency to get everything the way it's supposed to be. Back to the norm, back to the frequency of life's general purpose. You know, so these are the things we got to start doing. We got to start talking about these things with our friends, even if they don't want to hear shit. They talk about shit we don't want to hear all the time. I know mine do. All that calling
Right.
about kind of stuff. So listen, girl, listen to this. Check this out. This is what you need to hear. Or homeboy, listen to this. Check this out. This little bit of information real quick. Put it out there. Even if they don't want to hear it. Once you put that light out there, it's open. It's light. Shit, they can't hide from it. They might not even hear it at that moment, but it's there. Trust and believe that. So we just got to make sure we're doing these things to create the right and proper frequencies, get on the right balance, and just creating everything we need to do. That's gonna be right, y'all. That's all I'm saying. What did you have something to say about that, sis?
Oh no, I mean, I'm just listening, getting the earful, cuz I don't know everything about crystals and stuff like that, because I'm really just started on my spiritual journey probably a little over a year ago. Cuz I came from the whole Christian background and stuff like that. And even when I was in that, I didn't understand a lot of the things that went on when it came to Christianity or just religion, period. So with me tapping out of that, I've been really I've been able to see things a lot clearly for how, for things for what they are, because getting back to spirituality, that is us. That's what we have to get back to. And it's sad that people are still holding on to that damn Bible and religion or whatever when that was brought to us. We never had that,
Right.
so
Yes, I was brought up the same way. Most of us are, deep into the Christianity. It's been brainwashed into our ancestors, the more, more recent ancestors. So it came down the line to us, and now we're becoming um separated from these things. We're wisening up. We're coming to the knowledge that the ancestors
yes.
before our most recent ancestors were here, that DNA, that actual mitochondrial DNA within us is awakening, and it's information, that light information is igniting within us, and we're coming to the light information time. So all this stuff is revealing to us and showing us what's going on with with our past, and stuff is coming to us, ideas, information, thoughts, and it's like, oh, where's this coming from? It's coming from within us, so we're opening up. This is the age of that, the age of enlightenment. This is where that when they were talking about the age of Aquarius, for years they were talking about, oh, the age of Aquarius, the
Mhm.
song even
Mhm.
about, that's what that is. That age of Aquarius comes from that, because they knew there was an enlightening time. We just had a great alignment last year at the ending of the year in December. So during that time, so much information came down to open us up and enlighten us as well, because it was coming prior. There was alignment going over on for years. It took a while for those, the system to align to a way that it did. So during that time, there was an opening over the prior years where people were starting to get enlightened and getting information and becoming woke in these conscious communities. People like, this just came from nowhere. No, it didn't. This
Right.
information came down via the orgone energy that was emitted from the source. So once we started getting this information, certain information within our cells, our DNA cells, started to open up. And so we started to absorb this information and start to penetrate into our spirits. And we're connecting like, wait a minute, this, and that, so this is how all this came out. So they've been working against this age of Aquarius because they knew this was going to happen. We didn't know because they hid all this information from us. Obviously, they didn't want us to know because we started to question so many things like, what is this? And what is this? And what is this? But they couldn't hide that because it started coming to us because our ancestors put this information within us. And now it's awakened within us, and we're enlightened with this information. And it's slowly but surely happening. So now they starting to disengage people from that by the emission of all these different chemicals and stuff, making them stronger. The AI, now they can computerize it by trying to control us through the computer, because now if they can control us through the computers, then they don't have to worry about the food and the this and that, because they'll have the direct connection. So the nanoparticles that they have are the AI assistants to trying to robotize us and make us computerized robots in their system by manipulating us that way. So this is very important as to why people need to be clean, why they need to fast, why they make sure that they have these things out of themselves, and that they're keeping themselves balanced, and so on and so forth. Because if not, what's going to happen? You're going to be one of the AIs. You're going to be the freaking robot walking around here. You think?
Consciousness uploading, you know what I'm saying?
Yes,
And bro
it's
Sanchez talk about
literally.
that all the time. So
It's the fact. It's the fact, sister. That's something I can agree with him on 100%. It's just definitely facts, because this is what they're doing. They say the matrix, whatever, but it's a simulation. It's a simulated world they have us tied into, and they're tying us into it via the senses. The five senses that we have. They control us by that. All our senses pull in the information. They control all the information. They control the food, the light, the water, the this, the that. So everything that we pull in through our five senses, everything we see, even the news, the fake news, to this shit, the actors they got portraying the whole world scene. They all work together, government and actors and singers, shit. They all cousins, friends, per se. They all working in the same plan. They all working from the same playbook. This shit is all a scene. This is what people don't even understand. It's all mental manipulation, mind manipulation, all set up bullshit. It's mind manipulation of everything. They set up a scene first off in the whole world for everybody to look at, the fake news, the fake stories, the movies, the songs, the raps, the this, the that.
hmm
All that stuff is together. They this is all planned. So they put this out. This. It all creates a certain picture. It all develops a certain mental in people's mind. Everybody thinks this is that. So they have everybody's mind there. Then they got the food manipulating everybody. They got the air manipulating everybody. They got the water manipulating everybody. So they're working from all of our senses. We're pulling all the information in to be falsified with what they have put out here for us to absorb. So when we pull this information in, we're discerning a certain percentage of that. Obviously, when we're discerning that, we're taking in damn near everything they put out there. So our mind's telling us the shit is facts. We're believing they're saying. This is why people are brain manipulated, and they study watching the TVs. They study listening to these stupid songs. They study doing it. I do it too. I have younger children, and my kids listen to certain music or whatever. But my kids and me, because I've raised them in a certain way, they understand the manipulation, so they're not easily be manipulated. You know what I'm saying? It's a difference. It's even crazy in that sense. They can hear stuff and just discern in the song what it's talk about and say it, and still just listen to the song. Where some child might hear these things and they're thinking, oh yeah, I want to get here and shake my butt to it. Not necessarily that, but I'm just using that per se. You know what I mean? So these are the things that happen when we're pulling all this information in and we have no control over it. So they're able to manipulate us consistently throughout each and every day. So we have to start to make sure that we're pulling away from that by any means possible, even if it's a little at a time. Let me start with the food, and let me start with the this. Let me, a little bit of that. I'm meditation. I'm gonna try a little faster. Do whatever you have to do, even if it's a little at a time. Just start somewhere and start continuing to build and get these things out of you so that you are able to, build a proper you, basically.
I agree. And I'm not consistent with a lot of things, especially with, meditation. Um I know what to do with certain things, but I'm just, just the consistency. And like I said, I'm still learning, and maybe you can help me with certain things as far as what to, the best things to do as far as meditation, cuz I bought a singing bowl, and I have the I forgot what else I had bought. Um, Tuning forks. I have one for each chakra that I bought from the store, the spirituality store. So um, because I was told that in a past life I work with sounds and vibrations, frequencies. So I'm putting back like that. That's what I need to get back to. So um yeah, and this is really important so that as people we can learn to heal, from our traumas, our past traumas and stuff. because we have a lot of trauma that we deal with, and you know, I'm not perfect. Nobody's perfect. So it starts with yourself first and foremost to want to um be better, do better.
That's right, sweetheart. And when you say that too, I'm glad you mentioned that because I'm going to speak on that too, because that's important to know and understand when it comes to, the so-called being perfect crap. You feel me? I'm very far from perfect myself. A lot of times I think when people have a perception of what they think is perfect, they look at this or that, and then it's so easy for them to find an imperfection in someone. It's easy to find a fault or easy to find something negative in a person or so on and so forth. When you said that, I'm saying that to say I was a couple of weeks ago, I made a video, right? It was a quick little video. I was saying, I think I had got irritated or something with a panel I was on, and I was trying to tell them how, they don't do certain things. They're talking about this and that, but I don't see action, blah, 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 or something like that. The lady cut me off, went off on me, telling me how what they doing, start cursing me, all this and that. So I got upset. Instead of me cursing her at the time, I just got off the panel and I went to my own live and started to go into it about how, how I felt about it. This is my platform. I decided to do that.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
So, like a week later, a young lady gets on the panel. I don't even remember what we were talking about. We were talking about something important. I even cut a gentleman off that was on his break so that he could talk about something important. She came on the panel. I just wanted to recognize her, not ignore her. So, she just went in and I told her, he's on his break. I want to let him finish real quick, sis. Just want to recognize you. So she just goes into blah 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 da da da. Da. She started talking, ignored what I said. I didn't cut her off rudely. I still let her go, even though, the brother may not have a chance to finish like he intended, but I let you go. So when she finished her rant, she went to say how, oh, you did this video the other day, and I don't think you should have this, and you had a lot of positive things to say in the video, but in the beginning you were saying blah blah blah, and you said this, this, and that, and I don't think she just went to chastising me basically about what I shouldn't do, this and that, and da 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 da. I'm listening like, okay, I was at first just understanding, maybe she felt offended, and I'm like, okay, I hear you, sis. I said, but to be honest, that's the way I felt. I said, and I still, feel that way now. Maybe at the time I was a little upset and I, may have said it a little aggressively or whatever the case may be. I said, but that's the way I felt then and now. I don't decipher my feelings for what someone else is gonna think. I don't sit and think about what, you know what I'm saying? That's not
Right,
my
right.
responsibility to think what you feel about me, sweetheart. That's not, my job. My job is to do what I feel to do, and that's what I'm gonna do on a day-to-day basis. Now, whether what I do at the time is right or wrong, mind you, I told her this. Whether I do what I do is right or wrong, to a person, whether I should have done it, whatever the case may be, that's neither here nor there. The point is, I did it, and I'm a grown woman. Nobody can tell me what not or what to do. So that's neither here nor there. So I think she was offended because I was telling that instead of me saying, "Oh, I'm sorry, sis. I shouldn't have said that. I'm gonna take it down." I guess that's what she thought I was gonna do, which I'm not gonna do that. I've already said it. What's the purpose of taking it down? That's
Right.
like pretending something is what it's not. That's what I felt, and it is what it is. So, instead of understanding that, she got upset and said, "Oh, y'all people in these kinds of communities, y'all present yourself as this and that, and then y'all do this and y'all just going on and on." I'm just sitting there like, now she's upset me, making me angry. I'm about to curse her A out because that's how I really literally was feeling. And it ended up about to go there, but she hung up. But my thing was I kept trying to tell her or bring her back to the fact that, sweetheart, this is my panel. I was upset on someone else's panel. They disrespected me rudely. I got off their panel and came to my own platform to voice how I felt. And I have a right to do that. If you don't like it, you have a right to get off of this particular video. Disengage yourself from the conversation. That's your right. You know what I'm saying? So people have their thought of what's perfect or right or what's wrong in their mind, and they'll put it on other people. We can't look at that. People expect people to be perfect per se, but we all have imperfections, just like myself. I'm not a
Right.
perfect person. Just because I'm out here preaching light to somebody and telling somebody, oh, this is what we could do, but I'm telling people the betterment. Shit, I'm talking to myself too. I need to build
Mhm.
myself in all these areas myself. I'm not what? You think I don't go uh have me a slice of cake and some nonsense I ain't supposed to come on now. I
Right.
do
Like we
come
all
on.
got shit.
Yeah. What's wrong with y'all people? Is y'all crazy or something? I'm a normal person. I'm a grown woman. I've had four beautiful children I've raised. They all adults. My youngest is 20. I got a daughter that's 32. I have four grandchildren. Literally, I've been through a lot of stuff. So, I'm not going to be perfect. You know what I'm saying? But in my growth and over my years of just being light and loving the most high source and always trying to do right, whether I did right all the time or not, it's not the issue. I've always tried to do right. Just on the sense of that, that's all I do. And that's all I can do on a day-to-day basis. That's all I can do is build myself. That's all I can do is try to take away from my imperfections, the things I learn to grow in those certain areas or whatever. But I'm not gonna be perfect. I don't think I can strive to be perfect, but I don't think that's anything that I can achieve in this lifetime. Nobody can. So, you
Right.
know, we should look at people and expect certain things from them or, think that they're going to be perfect or, so on and so forth. So, in what we're doing, we can't criticize ourselves. We can't sit and think like, oh, I'm doing this and that. So yeah, I can't detox now because I did this or I'm eating this or no. Don't disseminate the light just because of some darkness that came in there. We got to still do what we can, even if it's a little at a time. It's gonna grow.
Mm-hmm.
The meditation is one thing. Just stay with even just the meditation. Just stay with the not watching the TV. The news
Right.
and these fake shows and stuff. Do small things that can help you. Once you start eliminating those things, you're gonna be surprised at the growth that you have inside that it's gonna help you in the other areas. Because each and every person is different things and it takes different things. And you know what I mean? So, yeah, that's all I want to say on that. I'm glad you said that about perfect. I know I went way into it, sis, but, I think it's
Oh no, you
important for people to
good. You
understand
good.
that. Yeah, we need to know that, we're not going to be perfect. We got to just keep going. And, each and every day we get up. Okay, I'm gonna do this. Each and every day we get up. Okay, I'm gonna go try to grow more in this area. And it's gonna happen eventually. And it'll never be exactly right, but it's dang sure gonna be close to perfect as it can be because you're striving for it every day, and that's all you can do.
Right. Yep.
But yeah, you wanted to ask something about the meditation, sis. I'm sorry. I think I went into all.
No, just I'm not haven't been consistent with it, because I know there's different methods of meditation and stuff like that. Because it's just distractions and whatever that happen and stuff like that. I just have to push myself on just being consistent. And like I said, I do listen to like the frequency music
Mhm.
as well. That helps me a lot of times. But I noticed like a shift since I've been doing the intermittent fasting with certain things. It seems like I'm a lot more keen to certain things. Like I said, with the dreaming, and then really feeling certain things that may not feel right and stuff like that. So I'm just really trying to just stay in tune with myself and how I feel. Um, Now I'm not gonna say that I'm feeling all happy and dandy all the time, but there are
Right.
certain things, what I'm saying, it's like, all right, something's not right. But like I said, in time it'll reveal itself, whatever it is, it just can't really pinpoint it at the time. So um yeah, I'm just trying to stay in tune with myself with things and how I feel at this point.
Understandable, sis. So yeah, just and like you say, it's on the individual terms and things, and depending on what's going on in your particular surroundings. What I will tell you one thing, or suggest one thing that I think will be beneficial when it comes to at least you being more committable to it.
Mhm,
I don't know if you get up at a certain time each day,
mhm,
but if you do, I would suggest maybe getting up 20 minutes prior. Start
mhm,
saying, okay, instead of having to get up at 6, I'm getting up at 5:40. You know what I'm saying?
mhm,
Take you 5 minutes to get yourself together, purify your mind, and take 15 minutes to meditate. If you have a yard that you can go in and get yourself
mhm,
grounded, that's going to be most important and beneficial to you. So take those 15 minutes to go outside, stand barefooted. As I said, you're going to stand with your, your feet planted firmly into the ground. You're going to have the palms of your hands open, like in a cup formation, like you're going to, get water,
Mhm.
and you're going to direct it toward the sun. And you're going to obviously face the sun and close your eyes and start to meditate on what you're feeling. Just start thinking about what you're feeling. Start thinking about what's coming into your body. Start, being appreciative of the earth. Start being appreciative of the light. Start being appreciative of the energy, because you're going to start feeling after about a minute or two. Once you're doing that, you're going to start feeling the difference in your body, like literally immediately, if you're really focused. You know,
Mhm.
um, so, once you do that, you're going to start feeling that, and, start with that. If you're able to do that, I know it's not that easy, like you said, depending on, what's going on, so on and so forth in the home,
Right.
but if you can do that, try to do that. Even if you can only do it for 10 minutes a day, that it's going to still be beneficial. So that's one thing I could suggest. That way you at least are beneficial with starting your day off, in that right space. And it's going to give you the freedom or the time to dedicate yourself to doing it at that same time each and every day. And it'll start to be habitual, and you won't fall off as easy. You know what I mean?
Okay. Okay. Cool.
All right. Yes, babe. I jumped on here, right? I'm actually on vacation. I won't be home till
Oh,
Tuesday, like I
I
said.
don't want to take from your vacation. I'm sorry.
Listen, listen, you're not taking from it, sweetheart. I wanted to do this. I just wanted to say I wanted to get ready to get off, but if there was something else you want to ask or even mention, or be beneficial to somebody else, I want to give you the chance to do that before I end the live, babe.
Oh yeah, I'm good. I'll just just talk to you briefly after the live, and I didn't want to hold you up.
Okay. All right. That sounds good. All right, sweetheart. Well, I want to get ready to end the live, guys. I am still on vacation. If I have time to jump back on here, I will. We are actually visiting. I'm going to be going over today and meet with a few of our YouTube family. We have Huey P there, Nikki C, Cosmo Kid. There's like quite a few other people. I can't think of everybody right now, but we've been visiting here in California together. We did a meet and greet. Some things I haven't been there the full time because I did have my two daughters come as well. So we're in a separate location than the Airbnb. But we've been having a very great time. It was awesome to meet everybody. I met 111 Truth Searcher. I met uh, Chris Cypher, the other Chris, Quentin. Oh man, quite a few people. I just can't remember everybody's name offhand, but it's been awesome. It was awesome to meet some of my brothers and sisters in love and light. We need to do this all the time, guys. We need to be meeting up. We need to be coming
I
face to face
agree
so
to
we can
that.
talk.
Yeah. Mhm.
It was an awesome experience just to do that, sister. I'm enjoying it. We're gonna, be doing the same thing this evening. I won't be leaving till tomorrow, so it's just been awesome doing this. I'll talk more about it later, but it's been a pleasure for everybody to come in this morning. My boy Jay Mine must have had to get off. He usually don't jump off. He must have had something important come up, brother. I appreciate you coming up, sharing some of your words and wisdom as usual. It's great love and light. Sister Indigenous Truthers, Cat W. I really appreciate you, sweetheart. Definitely
No
feel free to
problem.
jump on the panel anytime. I don't do lives often because I've been busy. Just so you guys know, I want to put that out there too. I definitely will be more frequent and active. I've been doing a lot with the transition of my move from New York to Texas, the transition of what's been going on with my radio show. Supposedly going syndicated in May. So there's been a lot of changes and things going on with there. I haven't really even been doing my show. There's been pre-recorded shows being played and other things going on. There's been a lot going on. So, I had some personal stuff, work-wise going on, and so on and so forth. And still, trying to do my personal thing, which is helping healing others spiritually, mentally, and physically with my healthcare business. So yeah, I'm trying to do a little bit of everything and keep my head on straight. So I needed this break mentally and spiritually, and it's been so appreciated. Soon to end tomorrow, but neither here nor there. But again, great light, sister. I really appreciate you again, everybody that's been tuned in. I appreciate you guys, everyone that's been in the chat. You guys are always welcome to jump up on the panel as well, even if it's just to ask me a quick question and get off. I don't even care. I like to make sure people are concise and clear with anything they need to know. And if I have the help for them, I'm gonna, give them the information. If I don't, I'm gonna steer them somewhere else, or hopefully bring someone else in to get that information to them. I just love you guys so much. I love everybody that is seeking and searching information. Everybody that is trying to build their self spiritually, mentally, and physically to get to the space that we all are supposed to be in. Ascension, a crystal, Christ-like spiritual mindset. This is what we're striving to do in this lifetime, in order to be in the right space, believe it or not. We talk a lot about that, but we'll talk about that again as well. You guys know I can't help. But make sure you're clear on that information, getting your mind in the Christ-like space. So yeah. But anyway, I love you guys. Make sure you guys are tuning in. The next live I have, hopefully, I'll be able to talk a little bit longer, and we can discuss some more deeper subjects. I just thought it was important for us to understand about accountability. We kind of went a little more into the health stuff with that, but it was definitely needed. So I appreciate sharing that information. And you guys have a great day. I'm out.